C Radio 105.7 FM. This is the sound of radio, the world's most powerful medium. 105.7 FM is your best dive.
Another day in Liberia, another day in Monrovia, another day across the 15 counties of Liberia. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Breeze. Today is Monday, the 4th day of September 2023. Welcome to another presentation of the program this morning. My name is Fidel Sadie. And it's great to be in your company this morning on 105.7 FM and on the internet that's via Facebook at ABC Radio 105.7. Get us live. You can also find us on YouTube. And get us live this morning on the program. But guess what? I'm not alone. I'm here with two powerful gentlemen. And together we'll ride you through on the program this morning. But before I do anything, let me greet my colleagues. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Fidel. Good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Good morning to the folks who are glued to the broadcast at the moment. Those who are following us on all of our platforms. We'd like to say good morning. It's a great day. Good to be here again.
I know, right?
Good morning, Fidel. And let me say good morning to the rest of the folks following us this morning. It's always good to be here on the Morning Breeze. This is what, as I always say, what we love doing best. Of course, when we wake up every morning with our breath coming out and going in, we are always grateful to God.
That's it. Guys, how was your weekend? How was it? I mean, how did it go? What were the activities like? Still laugh with vigor.
Yeah, but the weekend was good. The weekend always started on Friday. As you may know, we're here on Friday. We had a wonderful working day on Friday. On Saturday, I spent my entire day, Saturday, just in the morning. I have to take my community team for a test match. We won 4-3. So my Saturday was, to some extent, successful.
Did you score a goal?
No. I'm not a player on the team.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're coach now?
Coach?
No, I'm the technical director.
Technical director.
Yes.
When you see people relegate themselves to just, not taking part, in the physical aspect of the game, you know what's up.
I'm not an active player anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, my weekend was good. Yesterday, it was very wet.
Okay.
So I had the entire time home. In the evening, we had again Old Tamil match, which we drew. So my entire weekend was good.
Okay, that's great, too.
Well, wonderful as usual. I'm always upbeat whenever the weekend is on. And so I had a nice time. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, guys. I had a restful weekend, by the way. Just home. Later came here yesterday because I had to be here. Get prepped up for this morning. But it's good to be here, folks. Let's see how the weather looks like this morning. Let me consult the weatherman. Tio?
Oh, yes. Currently, it's 76 degrees Celsius. It's a rainy day. And it's going to be thunderstorms across Monrovia in this environment for the next several hours.
Oh,
Yeah, that's according to the weatherman.
okay.
Yes, light rains, by the way.
Light. I mean, a bit moderate, but that kind of rain can disgrace you.
Yeah. Well, you
So-
wear a
so-
wetsuit?
Yeah.
So for wise word this morning, the first one we have two. The first one say replace every negative thought
Mhm.
with a positive one. A positive mind is stronger than a negative thought. The next one say accept what is, let go of what was, have faith in what will be.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to let go to let new things come in.
That's it. That's it.
Those of you who love to wear white suits, on
So the
Monday,
now was today.
yeah, don't try it today.
I say you get car.
Especially- yeah, I was just going there.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have vehicles.
Yeah.
I mean, vehicle rather.
Mhm.
Don't try it.
Don't try it.
Yeah.
Or your friend will dead you in a car or in a
Yeah.
keke and you say, no. Yeah.
Oh well, where so you go sit down motorbike?
Yeah. So our African proverb says, restless feet might walk into a snake pit. Restless feet might walk into a snake pit. What's your interpretation, guys?
Well, let me go first.
Uh-huh.
It could mean once you don't know where you're going,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once you don't know what you want,
Mm-hmm.
you will just fall for anything.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you don't sit one place, you lead yourself into trouble at the time.
Okay. And sometimes it's good to be adventurous, but an unnecessarily adventurous feat will obviously fall into trouble.
Right.
Yeah. And so before we give you our traffic alerts, at 8:15 this morning, we'll play host to Mansourado County District Number 7 Representative candidate Sabah Joma this morning. And then at 9 o'clock, we'll play host to folks from the CDC. Jimmy Toby and Ava Moore will be here at 9 o'clock this morning to talk about the September 7th launch, as well as the gains they've made over the years, and why do they think that the CDC will get a one-round victory. And so they'll be our guests on the program this morning, guys. Let's get our traffic alerts, beginning with you, Anthony, quickly.
And so from those of all from Broadview sir coming to Central Monrovia, the first place you encounter traffic is around the Monrovia Club Breweries, what you call the Saturday market. Maybe you say Kuwait. You get your first traffic point there. You move on to St. Mary's, you encounter another traffic. Up to Coward Junction, there is a huge traffic around there. When you move on to Sion Town, you encounter another traffic. You come right at Freeport. Because of the road construction, you encounter another traffic. So I'll leave right there and go to Garnersville before I come to town. And so from when you leave from red light coming up to Barnesville Junction, expect traffic right there, because Barnesville Junction we notice cars going in, coming out. Or to St. Michael Junction, again a little bit of traffic. New Georgia Junction, there is a new red light there, so anytime you reach there, you have to stop. There is a traffic there. From there, you come to Jamaica Road Bridge around the cow factory. You experience traffic there. And so when we move from there, we jump over Freeport because we're done with Freeport already because of the road construction. And so you come around Pittertown Junction, where you encounter the first slow pace of cars movement. And so you move on to Claratown Store, another traffic, up to Vartan. That traffic, when you cross immediately, you are in Central Monrovia. No cause to worry.
Okay. And quickly.
Yeah, as usual, at this point, at this time, from ERW Junction to Boulevard, traffic at the moment. From Boulevard Junction to 540, huge traffic as well. From 540 to the Catholic Junction, huge traffic as well. From Catholic Junction to the Vamoman area, huge traffic. And so once you sail through Vamoman, it means you can now head to town easily. So the best you can do is to avoid the traffic. The best you can do is to just wake up early and beat the traffic. Anything other than that, once it's 7 o'clock, I'm afraid you get stuck up in the traffic. You have to just bear it until you are off the traffic.
Okay. So those are our traffic alerts for you this morning. Those alerts do not represent entirely what it is right now, but what it could potentially be during the course of the day. Okay, let's now run across the country quickly and take a few of our correspondents. then rumble on some of the highlights of the weekend. By the way, the coup leader Nguema in Gabon, the man is saying, well, he has to be
today.
installed as the president.
Today, yeah.
There's no time to be in rush to put in a civilian government in his mind.
Yes.
Even though we're making noise.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, even though Bongo wants us to make noise, but yeah, there's no time. Now, let's run across the country quickly and speak with our man Nathan Colley from Bond County. Nathan, good morning.
Well, good morning to you, and good morning to William and Anthony Devan.
Okay, how is Bond County this morning?
Well, Bonga is relatively calm this morning.
And the weather?
The weather is okay, unless we'll be expecting rain in the afternoon hour.
Okay, good. We've heard that a heavy downpour of rain has made several residents homeless. Specifically, which part of Bond County are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about Banga because it started raining around 5 in the morning until 12 in the afternoon, and the downpour of rain led to several communities that got flooded. I'm talking about the Brooklyn community, the Soul Combat community, Reservoir Factory, where several residents were made homeless as a result of the downpour of rain. And some of the victims we spoke with around in the evening hour, they called the district lawmaker representative Josiah Marvin Cohen from district number 3 and Representative Kennedy the Orlando Community Zaulu and Senator Kennedy Johnny Bay to come to our aid. Some of the things that they requested, but they talk about the issue of cement seawall because some of that material got damaged completely because of the flood yesterday evening.
Okay, so approximately how many households are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about over 15 horses.
Oh.
Because the horses are around the Job Creek, so they got affected, and some of them have to go there and go to another community member to seek refuge. And some of them, their rest even got damaged. Some of the things got damaged. So they are called on the district lawmaker and other humanitarian organizations to come to that area right now.
Okay, where are the majority of these people seeking refuge?
Yeah, basically the majority of them from the Raw Factory Bill, because the Raw Factory Bill, the Job Creek also connecting there, and so we're talking about the Raw Factory and the Brooklyn community. It was well beyond the police headquarters here in Banga, and all our areas been flooded by the water, and even the Job Bridge there. To on our side, 4 islands as well have been affected. 4 islands, metal compound also been flooded by the water. So people are calling on the lawmaker to come to that in the process.
Okay, thank you so much, my brother. We look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. Do have yourself a great day.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Nathan there in Bond County. Not so good news from Banga, guys. Flood leading residents, some residents of the area, over 50 households affected as a result of that. Let's run to Margibi County quickly and speak with our man Walcott Kiri. No time right now. Let's speak with Walcott Kiri quickly. And by the way, I'm told the lawyers of a denied representative candidate in the district number 11 Montserrat County elections has filed a motion for retrial. All right, but let's go to Walcott Kiri quickly and speak with him. Walcott, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to all of our valued listeners.
Okay, how is Margibi County this morning?
Margibi County is relatively calm and peaceful, and we have a very friendly weather condition as the sun is shining, and all of the commercial activities are ongoing in the county.
Oh, 360 degrees symmetrical to what we have in Liberia. But tell us, what is the trending issue in Margibi?
Yeah, paramount above the politicking that is going on, local farmers in Margibi County over the weekend gathered to ensure that national government and her development partners continue to support them in their agricultural venture. And one, Mr. Jimmy Kane and one Peter Brown, who happens to be a local farmer. They venture into rice farming. They said, despite the politics that is going on, which they themselves are part of, but paramount of all, they want to see agriculture grow in our country, Liberia. And for this reason, they said not only politics governments should focus on, but they are sending an SOS call to national government through the Ministry of Agriculture and her development partners, especially the United Nations Development Program, USAID, and that of the Agriculture Minister, Madam Janice Cooper, to see how best they could help local farmers in Magibi County intensify their agriculture activities in the county.
What are some of those issues they are confronted with?
They are confronted with lack of both logistical and material support, especially like in the area of essential materials like cutlasses, rakes, hoe, rain boots, raincoats, even food, at least to be given to focus those that are going to at least help them in cultivating some of these farms. They said those are the challenging issues they are faced with. If government and our development partners could help them, it will be very good, because according to them, they said they want to go into a very large-scale farming, which will also help national government in the area of food self-security in the country.
Okay, thank you so much, Walcott. We have to leave it at that. There's no time in our favor. We'll get to you when the need arises. Do have yourself a great day.
Thank you so much, my brother. It is my pleasure.
Okay, Walcott Kerry there in Magibi County, guys. I think we can stop right here. All right, and yeah, we don't have time this morning. We have to go. But gentlemen, retrial. Let's get to Stephen. Stephen Roberts is our judiciary reporter. Let's get to understand what is this about. Then we'll talk about some of those issues. The former vice president was in District 11 over the weekend. I'm told the program was poorly attended. But let's get to our man Stephen Roberts, our judiciary reporter, to have a clear understanding of what this implies. All right, this entire thing of retrial. Let's get to know. But he was denied by the Supreme Court for not being domiciled in the district in which he registered to contest. Let's get to our man Stephen Roberts quickly. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, Fidel. Good morning to your entire team.
Are you now on the grounds of the Temple of Justice?
I'm making my way there this morning, but we're being told that the legal team of countryman, Mr. Nemani Tue, will be visiting this morning.
Okay. And what is the reason behind his visit?
Well, so in recent time, when the Supreme Court ruled against him, denying his ambition to contest in the upcoming elections in District number 11, due to his domicile and also his status of nationality. So based upon that, he has informed the public that his legal team was working on filing a motion for retrial. And so this gone Friday evening, after he was also being arrested by police for questioning based on the action of some residents from District number 11. You are aware that there were residents that were demonstrating based on the Supreme Court decision. So based upon that, he was invited by the police for questioning and ascertaining as to whether he was the one who motivated those citizens or those residents to carry on such an act. Upon his arrival, after questioning him for almost few hours, at 4 o'clock he was released. Thousands of supporters came to identify with him on the grounds of the Liberia National Police. So while on his way, he disclosed to us that yes, his legal team have filed a motion for retrial, and so today going to be the hearing by the full bench of the Supreme Court, either the full bench of the Supreme Court of Liberia or the justice in chamber to determine whether he has ground or standing to file such a motion.
Okay, so currently who's the justice in chambers?
He's Yusuf Kaba, Associate Justice Yusuf Kaba will be the Justice Inchimoto to honor that matter.
Okay.
So before you leave, Stephen, you've been covering that place for some time. Is it a normal thing that when the Supreme Court, particularly the full bench, rule into a case, then that person who is victim or who is denied file a motion for retrial? Has it been happening before?
What are the possibilities?
Stephen, are you there? Hello?
I think Steve is on
I
the
think
line.
we seem to have lost Stephen along the way. But yeah.
Yes,
but that's a very important question.
Yes, because I try to figure that out where the full bench, because that nominating to case was with the entire bench, right?
Yes, exactly.
So 3 persons signed, 3 justices signed, and 3 out of 5, I think that is a unanimous decision of the
entire
court.
The court, yeah.
And so for nominating to a team to file motion for retrial, well, they are legal people. They understand what they do. They know what they're going to do there. But I think, anyway, let's see what comes out.
Okay, I think can we speak with Lafayette Good to have a clear understanding of this?
Yes, I think
because I was also searching.
Yeah.
I was also searching to know whether the Supreme Court has ruled in a particular matter, and the ruling at some point in time was overturned for reasons I don't know.
So
I did not come across that.
So maybe we could even speak to, I don't know, Ambrose Ma.
See whether you can establish contact with Ambrose Ma. If you can, but Lafayette Good should be on the line now. Man, he's scared of talking.
Yeah.
Lafayette, good morning. Councilor Good.
Morning.
Good morning. ABC Radio.
Okay. Morning. How's everything?
We good. We're trying to inquire about the precedence of a decision taken by the Supreme Court of Liberia for an individual who is affected by the judgment to seek retrial. How common is that at the level of the Supreme Court?
Not common. But I don't even want to say very common. But it's not common. Although probably 200 cases, you may have 1 or 2.
So why? I mean, in those 1 or 2 cases, why do these those who are affected by those decisions always, file for retrial? What are the circumstances that give rise to the filing of retrial?
Well, we don't really call it retrial because the Supreme Court is an appellate court. We call it re-argument.
Re-argument, good.
So if the justices, for any reason, may have overlooked particular a piece of evidence the time they were reviewing the case and which led to them making a decision, they can ask for re-argument, and they can pinpoint the area that is or that was
overlooked.
Yes, so the court can relook at it, and in the mind of the petitioner, if the court were to take that into evidence, it will have the case will have a different outcome.
Okay. Now I know
the Supreme Court will determine first as to whether it actually overlooked a particular matter, and if the matter was overlooked, whether by re-arguing the case, it will lead to the to a different decision.
Okay.
Then before they can proceed. Now, generally, in fact, it is a rule of court that in the case of re-argument, one of the justices that signed the opinion must approve of the petition. That is, they must sign the petition as well for his or her colleague to go back and relook at the case.
Okay. Now, that is your lawyer perspective of the issue. Let's get to your political perspective of it. Do you think Nimini Tuer does have a point here?
Well, I don't think so, but I'm not the justice. I'm not a member of the bench. What I may think will be different from what a justice on the bench may think.
Okay.
For me, as a party litigant, I don't see what the court overlooked. I think the court took all of the pieces of evidence into consideration. In fact, when I even spoke to you the last time, I said that the court disagree with the Elections Commission on the examination and the investigation of the evidence that we provided to them for citizenship. But the Elections Commission said that it lacked the authority. It was not in its office to investigate citizenship. The Supreme Court said no. When it comes to the issue of presentation of documents as to the citizenship of another country, the Elections Commission has that authority to proceed and investigate the due diligence to ensure that the evidence that's provided is properly weighed and a determination can be made based on their due diligence investigation.
Okay.
Then, for the purpose of domicile, they could. So the court could not have sent the matter back because it had already held the defendant or the appellee on one ground. So either of the grounds could have held. So if citizenship is not who, domicile could have also held. So that's how the court ruled. So I don't see it, but like I said, I'm not a member of the bench.
Okay.
And I cannot speak for the bench until today passes by.
Okay, thank you so much, Councillor Gu. We look forward to hearing. Will if any judgment were to be made, will it be on today?
But there is a judgment that has already been made. The
I
only
mean,
thing is that
the argument, the re-argument.
Okay, yeah. So it will not be today.
Okay.
It will not be if for any reason a justice or were to agree for the matter to be re-argued. It will not be today because they have to serve. They will have to serve us a copy, and we have to respond. And the court will give us citation as to when it will be heard. And after arguments, the court will also give a citation for when ruling will be given.
Okay.
So it's not today.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Go ahead.
But if nothing are today, then it means that the mandate of the court will be going to the Elections Commission tomorrow for the ruling to take effect.
Okay. Thank you so much, Council, and we wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, my brother.
All right. He's Councillor Lafayette Gu. Guys, you listen to him.
I think it's clear enough.
Yes, I think
re-argument.
Yes, our doubts are becoming a little bit clearer because even though he said it is not a normal thing, but it happens. So, but let's see what comes out.
Let's see. All right, let's see what comes out. So the president, just before we talk about the president's Buchanan trip, you are now on that trip. Of course, we saw pictures. The former vice president was in, I think, District 11 and 15.
District 15 yesterday.
15 on yesterday. And it is believed there was a poor turnout. I don't know whether you actually followed the program or saw pictures from the program. Tio.
Well, I did not follow. But I saw pictures on Facebook, and judging from what I saw, Fidel, I think it was not encouraging. Yes, it was not encouraging for the fact that Unity Party is the leading opposition party in Liberia, wanting to unseat the current establishment. I think from what we saw on Facebook yesterday was not encouraging. I don't know what actually went wrong, whether it was poor mobilization, poor planning, but I think they have to double up because in my mind, I think they are behind in terms of campaigning vigorously.
Okay.
Yes.
They lost like 3 days when they put the campaign on pause, and it appeared like nothing was happening in Monserrate County from the end of the Unity Party, and then they came back. The former vice president is back, the Unity Party standard bearer, and then he was greeted with this recording from Prince Johnson, which in my mind is an interpretation of a pending coup d'etat in the future. Yeah, but that's what it is. We cannot sugarcoat that. All right. But again, Tio,
Even though they've argued that over and over and again, they don't want to agree that what Prince Johnson said has the propensity to, destabilize their activities. But the thing is, Fidel, like I mentioned earlier on, they have to double up because you were just talking about the CDC engagement. The CDC is currently in Bassa. They'll be going to Rivers and other counties later on. I'm not sure whether the Unity Party has been able to cover the 17 districts in Maserati.
Not yet.
I'm not sure. And mind you, time is running out.
Time is running out.
Time is running out. So they have to double up. What is happening now with the Unity Party seems like they are lost in grave in these elections.
That's how it appears. Now, here's my point with this whole recording thing, and I'll re-emphasize again, Tio, because the survival of this country depends on the decision that our people make.
Exactly.
And it is clear that there is a hashed plan by Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kuhn to topple the former vice president were he to ever take, state power in this country.
Exactly.
With the kinds of pronouncement that he has made. Now, what even scares me the most is the callous disregard by folks from the Unity Party of the severity of this comment made by Prince Johnson.
They see nothing wrong with
Considering the history of Prince Johnson, this should be something, where people should tremble. But it appears like the desire to just assume state power has blinded our brothers and sisters from the Unity Party to the point they do not recognize the enormity of such a statement and the kind of repercussion it will have on our peace in the future if the Unity Party standard bearer were to be elected.
Exactly.
I don't know why they don't see it this way.
The assertions from Prince Johnson were clear. You do not need a rocket scientist to interpret. But like you mentioned, because of politics, they see nothing wrong with that, which is wrong. They see nothing wrong with that. And given the history of men like Prince Johnson, that statement, I thought it would have put the folks from the Unity Party at the edge of their seat to do what they can to be able to, compel him.
Retract the statement.
Exactly.
Retract the statement.
But nothing. When you flip across social media to say, what did Prince Johnson say, XYZ, that Baka we won.
Imagine that.
Ignoring the detriment it poses to their campaign.
Look, the threat of that, the statement. Look, I don't know, but this is not a party business.
Yeah.
Tio, this is not a party business. It borders on the security of our state.
Exactly.
With all the news of coup d'etat around the West African sub-region and other, Gabon just got involved.
Yes.
It scares you that such a statement will be coming from a leader, someone who is seen as a leader by people from by our brothers and sisters from Nimba County, a sitting senator, a close confidant of the running mate of the Unity Party.
A bloody murderer, Fidel.
To have to see, I don't get it. Why do people not see the severity of this statement? Why? Okay, let's agree. In 2005, one of the key, the belief, and it was used, of course, as a message that George Weah could not become president because he was not educated and that he was not a high school graduate, right?
Experience as well.
He lacked the experience, right? That was a national security issue in their minds. So he could not become president. He could not become president. Now, I know there were some folks in the CDC who thought that, the man can still be president. But a majority of our people rejected President Weah, at least as per the result released by the National Elections Commission, because George Weah was not educated in 2005. So we rejected him. Liberians were cognizant of the repercussion electing George Weah would have had they done so. So they did not elect him. In 2011, George Weah decided that I will subjugate my presidential ambition to go as running mate to Winston Tubman.
Yeah, Winston
He did just that. Even at that, it was still criticized. George Weah was still criticized, even in that potential vice presidential role.
Yeah.
He was criticized. Now, it is 2023. And folks in the Unity Party think it is something we should clap for when this borders on our national security. If you look at the pattern of criticisms that have been made, or the statements that have been made, if you look at the pattern, it means this is a conjured up plan by the MDR through Prince Johnson to topple our government if Waka were to be elected.
Exactly.
That is what I see right now.
Like I mentioned, Peter, you don't need a rocket scientist to determine that. It's clear, given the trend of statements that this man has made
Exactly.
over the time.
Yeah.
At some point in time, he was critical of Bwakat's health.
Yeah.
He was clear. This recent recording, this recent leaked audio shows that this man is desperate.
Desperate.
He's desperate. He wants, he's playing some kind of tribal politics here. He wants Nimba to ascend to the presidency, in my opinion.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah.
So that's why I said this thing from the beginning was orchestrated. It was planned.
It was planned.
The man said he managed to push Yomi Kanga.
Tio, let me hold you there. Let's play the thing. Let's play. Yeah. This is so bothering.
Chapter 6, verse 8. It says, whatever good you do to anyone, it is God who pay you. Because God knows that people you do good to are the very people sometimes who can stab you. So the Lord said, I will take care of it. So for the sake of our country, this man is now I went through sleepless night. I suffered day and night for 4-5 months, making the arrangement. They put Yomi Kanga Lauren one side. She was to be the running mate to the man. And Costa then. Today, they push everybody one side and take Kun.
They push everybody one side and take Kun. Costa then, Yomli then.
So that tells you he orchestrated that.
It was a plan.
He was behind that.
So, what sort of desperation that makes an individual to subordinate the interests of his or her country because you want to assume power?
Yes.
Aren't you seeing this danger that is before us in the face? Aren't you staring this danger in the face? Is it about just a party assuming power or maintaining the state of sanctity that we have in our nation today? Shouldn't that be the concern of every Liberian? Just because you want some kind of government position, you think we should give the country to someone, to a group of people who are hell-bent on entirely destabilizing our country because they want a certain sect of people to come into national leadership.
At some point in time, I think he was highly tribalistic, Fidel. And the argument nowadays, you listen to folks from the Unity Party, they will tell you, this is the same old Prince Johnson who supported the CDC.
We know.
He was hailed.
We know.
But if you were to do a comparative analysis with the statement from Prince Johnson and his support to the CDC in the past, if you compare the two, there's a big difference.
Big difference. Besides, the proximity that he has to the presidency now was not the situation with the CDC.
No.
It was just a support, to the president.
Exactly.
With no, absolutely no political attachment in terms of an individual who you can control.
Exactly.
Who can get close to the executive mansion.
Difference. And
look,
they have failed to
my people,
understand and realize that Prince Johnson is a desperate politician. He is a bloody murderer who wants to see this country going back to its dark days.
Look, my people, they think you're overlooking. Now, Joseph Boakai as a person may not have an issue. He may, and I say may. The biggest issue that he has now is his age, and coupled with his I don't like to talk about that. His health. Of course, when you age, there are some declines.
Yes.
So it's normal. All right, it's normal. Besides that, he may be a good person, but being good is not enough to give someone the presidency. And I'm saying this because of the statements made by Prince Johnson and even the Jeremiah Kun. This is troubling, my people.
It's troubling.
You're paying attention to this. You see, the problem with us Liberians, we make decisions, and then at the end of the day, we sit down in our little corner and start scapegoating people. We start scapegoating people tomorrow. We hold nothing against the Unity Party. We hold nothing against Nibayans. But this is a national tragedy.
It's about country
that's awaiting us, were we to allow people like Prince Johnson to come close to the presidency.
Well, Fidel, I told Anthony and I were in a conversation the other day. And I told Anthony, I said, with that statement coming from Prince Johnson, I'm not sure Mr. Bwaka, in his wisdom, will ever trust Prince Johnson.
Never.
I'm not sure Bwaka will ever trusted Prince Johnson.
Never.
Despite the collaboration, despite his involvement fully with his campaign activities, I'm not sure Bwaka will ever trust Prince Johnson.
Even people within the Unity Party do not trust Prince Johnson.
Apparently, they're just using him to get Nimba, if they will.
It's not even apparently. That's what they are doing to get Nimba. I mean,
They
to
feel
get.
that he has this huge influence.
He does have.
In Nimba County.
We can't deny that. He does have.
That was demonstrated over and over and again. So it's possible that Johnson will likely turn over Nimba to the Unity Party.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like we've always said, Nimba now, of course, he does have control in Nimba, but a lot of political parties have gone in.
Yes.
Tiawon Gonglo is from there.
Yes.
What's your man name?
Jeremiah Wapo.
Jeremiah Wapo is from there. I mean, a lot of big names are from there.
Yes.
So,
also campaigning vigorously.
so they are campaigning vigorously.
The CDC is also there.
Is there?
They are making significant impact in Nimba County to turn things around.
Exactly.
They want to disprove the notion that Prince Johnson is the godfather of Nimba County, and this time around they want to turn it around. So
Even though
over time,
even though we've criticized the guy from the national, the governance commission, but he's there.
Yeah.
We also have Wole Sewa Dona there. Those people are
is there.
They are there. They are supporting the CDC. So these are all considerations we make that Nimba will not be as open to Prince Johnson as he has been over the time.
Exactly.
So it's something that our people have to expect. All right. But yes, I mean, the same weekend, opposition political parties, they came together under one umbrella to protect their votes. Yeah. They say they won't protect their votes.
Laughable.
I mean, people who could not sit down in the same room to form a ticket that would have ousted, CDC maybe on first ballot, are now going to protect their votes. Guys,
I don't know what prompted that, Fidel. But like I mentioned earlier on, it's laughable. I mean, you could not hold together all those years when Liberians entrusted you, when Liberians opted that the collaboration would have lived up to today. I mean, you failed the people miserably. Liberians are disappointed about the dissolution of the CPP. Now you come back to the very people, you're asking them to support you. You want your votes to be protected. How? What are the possibilities? What are the possibilities? I mean, to me, I don't want to extend much on this video because, in my opinion, it's laughable. Maybe Anthony would like to chime in a little bit, but I don't want to expand more on that. It's laughable video.
Okay, but let's Anthony, quickly.
I think you're off mark, Anthony.
Oh, Anthony's off mark, because he's been in and out.
Yeah. So that for me, I think there is nothing wrong with the opposition coming together to protect them before, right? But the only problem I have is you have Unity Party in CPP. When Unity Party was even in CPP, left CPP, went separate ways. Today they say they're coming together. The two of them sitting in the same room to say they protect
Israel.
Why didn't you sit together to make one ticket at this time? They'll be talking about
confusing the Liberian people.
Yes. Now you say you want, there my little problem is, but there's no issue with coming together. You could come together to protect your vote if you think that
that's a fiasco.
There is anything that will happen to your vote. If you think that anything will happen to your vote, you're going to come together to protect it.
Yeah.
But who are those coming together to protect the votes? That the problem is.
So protecting the vote and cementing the relationship to have one ticket, which is more,
and I think that
is more
that should
laudable.
be the focus. That should be the focus. Coming together
which is more laudable.
to have one ticket that will be stronger than to say we separate. I won't be president. Fidel won't be president. But we're going together to protect who votes.
So you know what will happen now? That part, and that if every relationship should be of mutual benefit.
Exactly.
Every political relationship should be of mutual benefit. But as it is now, the party that has the upper hand, which is the Unity Party, is seen as the biggest in the opposition, is the party now that will benefit from whatever relationship they are trying to cement. And clearly, I see people pulling away because obviously, if we were to go to second round of elections, people will go different ways. And that whole protecting voting will not hold.
Yeah.
He went out. Let's take few calls right here. Our guest is already here. 8:15. 0777 105 100 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers to call this morning to be a part of the program this morning on the to be a part of our discussion this morning. And I know folks in the Unity Party, they're power now.
No, that's
And
what
yeah,
That's
you
the
know,
fact.
they can be very power, you know, when you won't get to somewhere and you think somebody is serving as a hindrance to you achieving that goal. Obviously, you get angry. So it's normal.
No, I don't see the need for that because we are here providing our independent analysis on all of the issues as they unfold in our country. So if we provide independent analysis and somebody see it differently, well, then it's up to them.
Oh, well, but you know, people get angry. Even when people criticize you, so now you can get angry too.
I mean, it depends the criticism.
So if you do wrong, somebody talk about
It depends the criticism.
Yes,
but these people they are hell bent on saying they did nothing wrong
to you. I'm telling you the fair truth, the plain truth. And then you take it differently. Well, it's up to you.
The boss didn't do nothing bad. You're the one making it low bad.
I mean, let me go do the the money voting.
All right, let's be money vote. But just usher in our guest quickly. Since we have not much of time, let's take this person quickly. And good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, this is Prince Nuncio, and good morning to your co-host also.
Prince Nuncio.
And I joined the conversation from my home in Virginia.
Okay, let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, you know, I listened to the analysis on the issue, and you guys are quite right because this is fiasco. You know, showmanship as we call it in Liberia. You cannot have and say you want to protect your votes. You are coming together to form, you know, one team to protect your votes. And then we had the CPP that was made of the four biggest opposition parties in this country. And then because of ego, you know, and self-greed, people could not agree to their own principles, their own framework document. They could not go by it. People decided to leave, to withdraw from the CPP. And then today you come back to the Liberian people as if people are not critical in this country, as if people don't think, you know, and then you are telling them that you want to protect your votes that you don't even know whether it's going to be stolen or not. But
Okay.
You want to protect your votes when you should have protected, you know, yourselves, you know, in a conglomeration that you found yourself for the Liberian people, you know, to promote your own agenda, because we saw in 2020 what you did when you people came together. We saw it because of self-greed and everybody wants to be to lead this country. You people could not, but today you're coming back to tell us that you people want to protect them. I think it's a sham. It's a
Okay. All right, Prince, we have to leave it at that. Let's take another person. Good morning. Okay, this line right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Well, my name is Kemo Johnny.
Let's hear you quickly, Kamaka.
Well, actually analysis, you know, they are all logical, you know. On the issue of the Unity Party and we coming together, trying to protect them, you know, a little laughable, you know. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You know, if you couldn't stay married, what would you say? I mean, coming together, protect. I think a little comical, funny.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Let's take this person. Sorry. Please call back. I canceled this call mistakenly. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. Shortly, we'll have district number 7 representative candidate Sama Joma in studio. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Yes, Mark, I'm calling.
Magame morning.
Yeah, Mark, the problem here is, you see what you're saying about the paper business, it is true. But that paper will not be stupid. So just for itself, behind the people there, for them to use things. Because they thought anything will take for that paper. So for the good thing we got to say, it will hold itself, we will know what to do.
You sure? You sure, Mama?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm not saying
the people where they doing coup bene in the other country and now because they're not holding that say go.
They were not doing because they happy to hold. We are one preach on this jumping here. We are they have all other things to say. And not happy. So they were not happy.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Well, the only difference is that the proximity that Prince Johnson has to Boaka is not the same that he had to George Weah. All right. They may have campaigned together, but of course, when it came to national leadership, he was nowhere near. But Jeremiah Kung is a son of Prince Johnson, and by virtue of that, you know how close Prince Johnson is to the president. And nobody should overlook this. We're saying this from the onset, you overlook it now. It came from Prince Johnson himself. Even the Jeremiah Kung has said that, and you've listened to all of them. So, I mean, there's no contestation here. There's absolutely no contestation about the plans of these individuals and what they intend to do, were they to come close to power. And this, it borders on our national security. It borders on the sanctity of our nation. And it's not about an individual any longer. We need to see the bigger picture, and that is the picture we are talking about. You cannot make such a statement about someone who's supposed to be your leader, and you think it should be taken with a pinch of salt. We here will not sit here at least let's be on record that we criticize this thing here because we did not like how people were proceeding with it, so that we are documented as individuals who stood up to exactly what we felt was not a good thing. And clearly, if you have a man like Prince Johnson making these kinds of utterances, which borders on the security of our state, then we are under obligation. At least let's be on record that, even though they won the election, but we're on record or speaking against this thing, that this is a national security threat, and that there was a need for us as Liberians to have averted this. But because we were hell-bent on electing a particular individual to national state power, and so we disregarded what those warning signs that were on the wall. I mean, that's how it is in Liberia. When people are very supportive of an individual, they care less about the negative attachments of those individuals. All right, but let's go back, and our guest is seated. Our men are trying to prep up. While doing that, let's take this person. Kindly get away from your receiver. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Fidel.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah. Mr. Fidel, I want to ask a question.
No, you're supposed to be making a point, or you shouldn't be asking questions.
Okay. I see to myself that Prince Johnson is a Liberia and Mobisa.
No. Hello. Before,
let me talk.
Yeah, I know you will talk, but let's establish it. While we're going, gotta be setting precedents. All right. I understand. The only reason why Prince Johnson is even talking in our politics is because he's a Liberian. So there's no question about that.
Okay, but then listen, what I'm trying to say is this: what I'm speaking on is natural death. If natural death, God forbid, he comes to Boca and he has become president, vice president take over. It's a Liberian member of the country of Liberia. I have no problem to that. But if Prince Johnson make any other different again, say he want to do this, I don't think it will hold. But will expose him and it will not hold.
So all the people that they been doing coup to, they not get God behind it.
No, they get to you. You think that God will accept for 4 years again? We can't bring God for that.
So we shouldn't give we shouldn't give rise to it by creating a situation that clearly states that it will happen.
I'm saying we are not praying God for it that it will happen.
Nobody can pray bad things.
To God that it should not even happen.
All right.
We know what happened to 1 year 1990.
Yeah, that why all our back to it and when I make it happen. That why all our back to it when I make it happen.
Yeah, that's what we are saying, but that doesn't mean say we should get Boca should not become president. But when he become president, we just over 2 years. If that be our motion, definitely it means you are preaching to the people that they should not vote for Boca.
No. I'm preaching to you, to your conscience. You will decide what to do.
But that's what I'm saying. You let me just what dream closer there. We know what all we up by 2 years.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. The mechanism bring different. All right, thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, are we good now, guys? I think we should be good. We should be good. But this is the Morning Breeze on ABC Radio 105.7. And today is, sorry, we're not taking any more calls. We have our guest in studio now. And today is Monday, the 4th day of September 2023. Monday morning in Liberia. Monday morning across Liberia. And if you're listening to us in Grand Bassa, River G, I'm told our signal are reaching somewhere in River G. I'm not very sure which part, but River G, of course, the entire Western region, Bond County, everywhere wherever you are. This is ABC Radio broadcasting to you from Broad and Buchanan Streets in central Liberia.
The Western region, we are crystal clear.
Oh, of course, crystal clear.
Bombing,
Bapolu, Cape Mount.
Yes.
Yep, all of those areas.
I was there quite recently.
Yep. All right. But we have a strong woman in our studio this morning. And every time a lady attempts to get to national leadership, see the gallantry and bravery. I mean, especially in a society like ours where we are not accustomed to accepting women in certain positions. Now the trend is changing by the day, but there are only strong women who can stand up to this and accept that, yes, I want to attempt to get to national leadership, and that I want to take part in elections. Now, she is not a stranger in district number 7, by the way. She has been here for a while now, working in the district. And that is exactly why, in fact, she is here this morning, because we want to find out from her some of those things that we need to know, Theo, and get her on. Mark 5?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So our guest in studio this morning is Honorable Saba Joma. She's a representative candidate in District Number 7, Montserrat County. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm fine.
How is it getting here?
No, it's easy.
It's your district, so it should be easy.
Of course.
Okay. Okay. How is the district? How are workings in the district going?
The district is good. The people I mean, willing to go to the election on October 10. And we can see the motivation. We can see the zealousness in the people because they want change. Everybody wants change. But the question we have been asking is, what kind of change do we need? Whether we want a positive or a negative change. Change is relative. And most of them are saying they want a positive change this time around. So we are hoping for October 10 to see how best we can be able to make the difference for our people in the district.
Okay, that's good. And from all indications, how strong are you in the district?
What kind of strength? I think I'm the strongest.
By the way, you contested in 2011.
2017.
2017, that is, sorry. 2017, and you lost the elections to incumbent Solomon Judge.
Yes. And we know what happened.
What happened?
There was manipulation done.
Manipulation by whom?
The incumbent. We know what happened.
Okay.
But at the time, for peace sake, we had to let go. But we have come with everything we've got. We have put in some mechanism to ensure that the people protect their votes. And the district is willing to protect their votes.
Okay.
Because what happened in 2017, we're not going to let that happen again.
Okay, that's good. All right, but let's go to Saba Joma as a person. I mean, a lot of people who are listening may not know you. Who is this beautiful and smart woman on this microphone?
Yes, thank you. Good morning to all of the listeners and good morning to my people in the district. My name is Saba Joma. I'm a daughter of this district. I grew up in this district. I have spent 35 years.
Oh, wow.
More than 35 years in District 7. I grew up here. I went to school here. I saw in the market, in the Radita market, I saw dry pepper and red oil to go to school. So dry pepper and red oil gave me master degree.
Okay.
From the district. I went to the J. Gibson School on Gully Street, where I had my first, education. Primary education, and I graduated as the dues for the entire school.
Oh, wow.
And then I was given a double promotion to the B.W. Harris on Broad Street. It's also in the district. And I got my high school diploma from the B.W. Harris and graduated with honor. Where I obtained a BBA degree in management and accounting and graduated with distinction, cum laude. And also went to Cotterton and got a master's degree from Cotterton. and served as the president of the graduating class in 2012. And I have served this district as deputy coordinator. And I also served the PHP community where I currently reside as vice chair for operations. I used to work with Lone Star, and I worked with Lone Star for more than 10 years. And I have worked in the corporate sector for more than 15 years.
Oh, wow.
I am currently the president for the Alumni Association for the African Methodist Episcopal University in the USA, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. And I also obtained a certificate from the Harvard University Online Business School in financial management. And I'm currently the CEO and founder of Women Empowerment Initiative in Liberia. And I'm also a board member for the United Nations Environmental Youth Action Initiative in Liberia.
Guys, solid TV.
Yes, solid.
Very solid.
And I'm sitting here wondering. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To get the ball rolling.
From dry pepper and
what degree, imagine.
Rare ore.
And maybe you just
I still have my table in the market.
maybe just call her district gay.
Yes. So we are pioneers.
Yeah. Why do you want to be the next lawmaker of District 7?
I'm not the one we want to be. It's the people. The people have petitioned us, and not once, not twice.
Okay.
So they know us better because the way we live with them and the things that we do for them. So they see us like the next alternative. They see us like their future. They see us like their hope because this district has been dashed. You know, all of the efforts they have made, they haven't seen anything being done. I mean, for the past 18 years, the district have suffered bad leadership. So they see us like the person who's going to bring that change. So they decided that we represent them. And who are we? They know us better. So if they come, we can't say no to the people. So that is why we are into the race, because of them.
Okay, good. Now, you've lived here for almost your entire life.
Exactly.
What are those pressing issues that you've identified and you think exist in this district that you want to, resolve?
I mean, there are so many, right? We have sanitation issue, we have empowerment issue. Take, for example, like the Gruber 77, the physically challenged people that are on Nipple Street. And Fidel, you are aware that they have money in the national budget for those people. But they don't receive it. I mean, in Liberia, when you are blind or crippled, it's like, technically, you're a curse. You have to beg literally to eat. So what is the oversight from our lawmaker for these people? Because you're supposed to have an oversight for the well-being of our people. Those are some of the challenges. Looking at our district is the biggest and largest, richest district in the Republic of Liberia. Looking at the resources that we have, but we have more poor people, right? And this district does not have a public high school. See, Nippo Junior High used to be, but it is not now. So we cannot be in a district we like the custodian of the economy of this country, and we do not have a public high school in our district. So those are some of the things we want to show that, that come, to the people. If you live in a district, you have your child, and the child passes to the 10th grade, you have to send them to District 8 to go to high school.
GW Gibson.
Yeah, GW Gibson, which I feel, it's not okay for our people. Some of our people cannot even afford keke money to go to GW Gibson. So those are some of the things we want to bring. And besides, you see a lot of our youth, right? After high school, no more school because they are self-supported. There's no money. So besides the public high school, we also intend that when that is done, we want to ensure to have a trade school in that public high school. When you are in 10th grade, you learn trade. That means you already have a job. So once you graduate from high school, you have a job. So that job can be able to pay your tuition to the university. So like that, you will not see a lot of people seated. And because of that, people don't have independent mind because they don't know. And we need to empower our people. They need empowerment. And our district has what it takes to empower people. Look at the social corporate responsibility. We have a lot of resources out of these companies. We have more than 8 major government entities in our district, and they are benefiting from our district. We have the central bank, which controls all of the money in the country, right? And we have the finance ministry that pays all of government entities in our district. We have water and sewer. We have current, right? The LEC, everything in our district. But why is it that a lot of our people are not empowered? Those are some of the things we want to do. One of the social corporate responsibility to make sure our people are being empowered, because power is good.
Okay, now I'll ask you this specifically. If you were to look at all the problems confronting the people of District 7, which of those you see as the top 3 priority areas that must be addressed almost immediately if you are elected?
Sanitation,
Okay.
empowerment, and I believe reconciliation.
Reconciliation.
Yeah, it's key.
Now, normally when people are seeking offices, there's this question of what have you done? Before you get to that, have you, by any stretch of imagination, had a conversation with the lawmaker to engage him on some of these issues? Because at the end of the day, it's more about the people than the individual who occupies the seat.
The first thing, the lawmaker is not accessible.
He lives in the district, right?
No, he does not.
Where does he live?
He lives in Broadville.
Solomon Jones lives Broadville?
Yes, he's quite in the district.
Really?
Yes, he's renting. He has his house in Broadville. He doesn't live in the district. So he's not accessible to the people. That's the first thing. And the second thing is we have been talking. This district receives $90,000 US every year for development. And October 10, he's going to be like 12 years. That means he has received $1,080,000 United States dollars on behalf of the people of the district. There is no tangible, no development. There's nothing to show on this money. So the question is, where's the money? We don't have district sitting. There's no district reports. So how can you be our lawmaker? We don't see you. You don't make reports to the people. We don't know how far we are and how far we're going. So those are, real issue. You cannot be our leader and you can't see us. You must be somebody who will be accessible to the people, because you have to go to them to know the real issue. If you don't walk in the district, if you don't visit your people, if you don't call them to meeting, you don't know their crafts.
How about the District Development Council?
But how do they function when a lawmaker is not accessible? They are not functioning. They're just there doing nothing. So we want to make sure in our administration that they do their job.
I want to come to the part you talk about reconciliation. How do you intend to reconcile the people of District 7? But before reconciling, there should be some kind of problem in your district. What are the problems for which you think you want to reconcile the people? How do you intend to reconcile
We
them?
are in election period. Okay. Everybody not going to support Sabajoma. People have their candidates, and there will be a lot of disenchantments. So to be a leader, and we're going to be a leader for all, and not just an individual or few groups. So we have to bring the people together in order to work for them. If they don't reconcile, how do they work? How do you solve issues? So the first thing is to reconcile. Reconciliation is done in so many ways. You can have programs, you can have meetings, you can do tournaments. It just depends what they want. So once you go to the people, you will know what they are yearning for, what can motivate them. In management, they say you must know your subordinate. If you don't know your subordinate, how do you deal with them? So definitely you must deal with people in order to know them.
Okay, and we go to at the legislature where you want to go. There are what people consider clique. So to speak. And you were a member of CDC. I don't know whether you're still a member of the CDC. Are you still a member of the CDC?
Currently, I'm running as an independent candidate.
Okay, as an independent candidate.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you still, see much in their aspirations what the CDC stands for?
You were asking a question, right?
Yeah, I'm asking.
So can you go to that question?
No,
first?
I'm asking you this question because it will set the basis. It will set the basis for what I want to ask.
No, ask the first one first, then we'll go to the part.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. Just to make you comfortable, I'll ask the question that I'm about to ask. If you were elected, normally there's this argument that when you go to the legislature, there's a tendency for whoever sits in the executive mansion to control lawmakers, and that has been the biggest problem in our governance system. How do you intend to change that narrative?
The first thing that is just a rumor. They have good people in the house. They have competent people. They have people who have integrity. But whether there are many, that is the issue here. So that is why we're calling on Liberians to ensure that we elect people of like minds, people who have the country at heart, people who will be able to work in the interest of the people. You cannot have people being elected who are only in their own interests, because that is not a reason of electing a lawmaker. So when it comes to that, we're going to be very independent.
How do you intend to do that? How do you intend to strike that independence?
I mean, we have other colleagues that have the same, reason that we have. We have to lobby. That is one of the, characteristics of a lawmaker. Lobbying. You have to have that lobbyistic power. You have to be influenced, right? So if they bring a law or bill that is not in the interest of the Liberian people, definitely we have to go against. And the good thing is, they have brought signatures.
Okay.
So whoever signs a bylaw, you're going to see that. So if Sabah Joma signs a law that is not in the interest of the Liberian people, definitely you're going to see that. Yes, she's not in the interest of the Liberian people. I mean, I really like the transparency, which is good. We want to see people who are in the interest of Liberia, not just our district. Because mind you, even if we're going to be as representing our district, we're not going to represent the district. We're going to represent the country. We're going to make laws that will impact the general public.
Okay. Now, being a lawmaker, obviously, like you indicated, you have to make laws. What are some instruments, legal instruments that you think are not in touch with contemporary time, or maybe there are some issues you've seen in your district that you think, well, there's a need for us to pass a legislation that addresses this issue, or if there are laws on the books, we can fix it this way to ensure that they are in the interest of our people.
Okay, so like for instance, what I say about the educational sector, right? We don't have a public high school. We need trade school in high school. That is very important because it's like empowering people. That is one aspect. Looking at the maternity center, I'm a female. I know what it means to give birth. And the last time a lady gave birth in the street of JFK. And if they had decentralized maternity centers in various districts, I believe that will never happen. So we're looking at that direction to pass a bill to ensure that we decentralize maternity center in our various districts. We talk about the drugs law, which was just passed, but implementation has been the issue. So we want to work with our colleagues to ensure that these things happen. My district is the heartiest, is the heartbeat of the city, and we see a lot of our physically challenged youth, right? And we see our less fortunate youth in the street. Some of them are there because they have nothing to do. So we want to ensure that we have programs put in place. And I see even the government trying to, they say they want to rehabilitate them, which is good. Put them in car, carry them at the end of the day, they bring them back. But they go back to the street because nothing to do. When you rehabilitate, you must empower. If they have something to do, they will not go back. So we want to ensure that we have all the mechanisms put in place. The empowerment is done after rehabilitation. If you want to take the drugs from the streets, those are some of the things we want to work on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were just around her support to a particular political party. Now I try to come around that. She used to be a member of the CDC before 2017, though she contested again on the other side. But again, which party do you support?
The thing is, I said the last time, even on OKFM, for some of us, when we speak, it has volume. So we have to be very careful on what we say, even on national radio. We're going to come up with a press conference to our people because they are looking up to us for decision. So we will tell them where to go, what is best for Liberia. So we want to support Liberia and not just a party.
Honorable Solomon George is the incumbent lawmaker. He has won elections in the district repeatedly. Let's know from you in clear terms. How prepared are you to unseat Honorable
Very
George?
prepared.
And what are those mechanisms you have in place to
Very
unseat
much
the
prepared.
lawmaker?
We understand that even right now you see lawmakers knocking at chests, empty chests. They have, most of them don't have support in the district. But you see them knocking chests because they know what they can do. They manipulate votes. And this is a message to the National Election Commission that we will not accept any cheating. The people of the society are prepared to man their votes.
Seems like you're crying baby ahead of time.
I'm not crying baby. I can never cry baby. And Solo knows that. I'm a giant, a female giant. 2017, I was not beaten. They stole my votes. And at that time, I was just new into national politics. So they use my little idea that I have and high influence on the voters. But right now we've come with everything we've got.
Exposed.
Very exposed.
Somebody will think you're making allegations with iron proof. They stole your vote. How? Evident by what?
No, listen. There are certain things we can say on the national radio.
Okay.
But everybody knows when we talk about manipulation.
Okay, we accept that.
Yes.
We accept that.
So again, how do you intend to address the issue of sanitation in District 7? You talk about sanitation.
Sanitation is just easy, right?
Okay.
We have the water and sewer which we control in our district. We have them. We are the custodian of water. We have the MCC in our district. How can we be one of the dirtiest districts in the Republic of Liberia? It's a shame to the office of the representative. It's a very, very shame, disgrace to this district.
Okay.
We cannot be the custodian of water, and then we have feces all in the street. We have the water and sewer who is responsible to do that. We also have the public works that face all of the streets in the Republic of Liberia in our district. That means he does not have the liberalistic power. Where is his oversight responsibility? Which is lacking. The lawmaker has spent 12 years with no bill he has put forth in the House. And the people want to go and vote for him again. The people are tired. In fact, voter fatigue going to take him out. They want a change, a positive change, right? So we cannot have MCC. We cannot have the water and sewer in our district, and our streets are useless and dirty. Only our administration will ensure to lobby. We will lobby with these institutions to do the needful for our people, because the well-being of our people matters a lot. If they are not well, how do they vote? If they are not well, how do you take care of them? So it matters.
Besides politics, what kind of man do you know Solomon George to be? In all
Rude,
fairness.
very rude. Sorry for saying this on the radio.
Rude.
He's not refined.
Okay.
He doesn't respect any woman. And even you as a man, you are connected to a female no matter what. Either your wife, your girlfriend, your sister. Any man who insults a woman is not a good man. You look at it, the domestic violence. They always tell you that domestic violence is bad. You don't have to say profane languages before you express yourself. You can still disagree without using those words.
Exactly.
So my instructor used to tell me, when you lack of words, that is the time you see people insulting because they don't know what to say. You cannot be our representative, and the dignity of this district is down the drain or drainage. Everywhere you go, when you tell people from District 7, they're like, the rude district, that is so useless. Sorry to say that.
What's your relationship with the representative?
I just say it's not accessible. How do I have a relationship? You cannot see the man. The man doesn't live here. He lives in District 17.
Okay.
So how can we have a relationship?
Now, this focus seems to be more on Solomon George, but you will also agree with me that there are others here who are contesting in the district. All right. For example, Weather Power,
Quebec
Collins, a female like you,
Emmanuel
Dan, and what have you. I mean,
Frank Atus.
Even if people were making do or say, okay, let's push Solo one side. These are the faces you have to face. How do you see them?
You make me laugh.
How do you, rank their strengths?
The only person Solo is a fellow in the race. That's a
Really?
Of course. And the district knows that.
Really?
In 2017, I just said he did not beat me. I was never beaten.
Okay, but
he stole my votes.
But
so the people that are coming, I don't know which names you're calling, but as far as
don't you know them?
I don't have contender in this race.
Do you know them?
Only myself, I do.
Okay, for example, Emmanuel Dan runs his school. He does a lot of work. A free ambulance service. Those kinds of people seem to be in the eyes of the public.
Partially free
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. Let me break it to the people of District 7. Emmanuel Dan has no project in his district. That's one. Two, he doesn't live here.
Where does he live again?
He and Solomon John live in the same district.
Oh gosh.
District 17.
Exactly. He lives in Bravo. He's squatting to Bassatan. In fact, he rents from my grand uncle in Bassatan. Yes, you cannot deny that. You talk about free school. There's nothing called free from the Emmanuel Dan camp.
What do you mean?
What is free? Free is something somebody gives you without giving something back in exchange.
The war free in itself is not free.
No.
I hope you know that.
No. When you say free, free is free. There is nothing besides free.
Go ahead.
Okay, the issue is Dan has a school.
Mhm.
Maya Dan has a school, which is a fact, but
Mhm.
it's not free. Their school runs for 2 semesters a year. Each semester has 600 students. So that means he has 1,200 students in a year.
In a year.
Yes.
So each student pay 5,000 Liberian dollar. And for the information I have got, they have increased the 5,000 to 7,000.
All right.
So what is the 5,000 or 7,000 paid for?
So you should tell me if it is free.
Mm.
The fact that money is attached.
No, but you've gotten information that
No, that
5,000
means
is
it's
being
not
paid.
free. Let's just leave that. Why
So you care less about what is paid
yeah,
for.
thank you.
The fact that it's been paid.
It's been paid. It is
Yeah.
not free.
Okay.
So if you multiply 7,000 by 1,200 persons,
Mhm.
you're gonna get 8,400,000 Liberian dollar. What is the money for? Why are you telling the district is free? Why do you want to manipulate
Operational cost.
No, that cannot say free. That means it's not free. So do not attach free because you want to manipulate votes. It's not free. 8,400,000 Liberian dollar, that is not free. That the money he's using to pay his rent. That the money he's sending his children to private school. That the money he want to
How
use.
do you know that?
I know, because we paying him. Why is he saying if for the district is free and he has a family member taking money? Why a family member collecting the money? Why the district not collecting the money? Why the school is not in the district's name? That's just one aspect.
But whichever
The
way
second
you...
aspect is
Mhm.
you have to buy your own materials. The attachment is $5 US. How many of our parents can afford $5? Many of our parents cannot. People drop from the school because of that. So where is the free? Every Saturday when a student appears on campus, you have to pay 300 Liberian dollars. Multiply that by 1,200.
300 for what?
Liberian dollars. Who knows? He should answer that. And you tell us
but
it's free.
you making a
No,
claim. You should
I'm
be
not
able to-
even done. I'm not even done with the school.
Hmm.
Because you talk about ambulance, I have to come there.
Mhm.
That's just one
Yeah,
aspect.
what's up?
You pay 100 US for graduation fee.
Mhm.
1,200 students.
You said for they
And
buy
you
that
pay
school.
no,
Yeah.
because he brought it out. I was not discussing it. He brought it out, so we have to discuss the issue.
You shake it
Right.
table.
We're just talking about the issue. We'll shake tables,
Why?
and our real tables, we're gonna shake it. 1,200 students
Mhm.
by 100 US dollars. It's 120,000 United States dollars. That the money he used to pay house in Broadway where he lives, air condition blowing, and the poor people in the district, he claims that it's free. What is free? It's not free. 120,000 United States dollars with 8,400,000 Liberian dollar plus 300 Liberian dollar every Saturday. Additionally, you have to buy your own materials. If you're doing makeup, you buy your own eyeshadow, you buy your own lipstick, you buy your own powder. How many people can afford that? You talk about the ambulance. The ambulance is now also free. Yesterday, I just had a meeting to fire service community.
Mhm.
A resident of that community confirmed that when you call the ambulance, she paid 20 United States dollars. I did not say it.
For the service?
For the service. Before you call you call the ambulance for your patient. The patient gonna die. What is free? Is that free?
Hmm.
And some people are saying they buy 2 gallons of gas before the ambulance comes. Then you come and tell the people it's free because you want to steal the vote. That is manipulation, which is very wrong. Then I hear people saying free clinic. The clinic is right in my community. It's not free. When you have a child who is 6 years and above, that child pays 1,500 Liberian dollars for the clinic. You have to bribe. I'm telling you, you have to bribe each worker in that clinic before they treat your child.
I mean, how is that possible?
I mean,
I sent somebody there. I have a proof. It's possible. They telling us it's free.
so it's not...
And a family member
in this-
collecting the money. Oh.
In this case, how does it become an Emmanuel dance situation when individuals
So
in the
that's
clinic...
why we tell the people that is not project. It's a business. He's doing a business. Now the business, we are the ones feeding his family, putting fried chicken on his table, and paying his rent. to District 17. And you want to tell the people to vote for you in the name of free? Our people are wise.
Are these people, are residents of District
They
7
do not
listening
know.
to you?
They did not know, but we have been telling them.
Okay.
And some of them are in know and they are witness. I had a meeting right on Nipple Street before on a Sunday. A graduate, the very day he graduated students. 2 graduates were in a meeting and they attested. I gave them the mic. I did not speak. I gave them the mic to attest to what we were saying in the public. And of course, they confirmed that it's not free. Few days ago, we had like about 50 students going to my house to look for me. So my sister asked them and said, what happened? She said, something happened. We cannot look for the honorable. They said, what happened? They said, we cannot tell her, thank you. Thank you for what? Says she has been the one talking for us because the money business on our school campus is not small thing. $100 US, when we get US fund to pay for graduation. We don't have money. For her talking business, they're trying to reduce our graduation fee now. We happy, we can't tell her thank you.
Wow. Are you serious about that?
To the God that I serve.
So you put fire on the total?
To the God that I serve. You cannot come to rob our people in the name of free.
Okay.
I'm concerned about this issue about not living in the district. I mean, Solomon George, you mentioned, is not living in district.
He lives in District 17. He has a house in Brooklyn.
This is talking about Emmanuel Down?
Emmanuel lives in District 17. He and Solomon George.
The neighbor. Okay, Sabat Joma is District number 7, representative candidate in Montserrat County. She's our guest on the program. I don't know, are there issues we did not talk about that we want to jump in quickly before we go to the phone lines?
If you are fortunate to get elected as the next lawmaker of District 7, which committee would you like to head at the legislature?
The first thing, don't say if. If it doesn't belong to us, we will. These elections, 2023, October 10.
They sound so optimistic.
I am. I know my people.
Which committee will you prefer?
Too many committees. I'm competent now.
All right.
So yeah, before we go to the line, what's your rating of the George Weah administration?
Why you keep putting me in the president?
No, you are Liberian, you're here.
I don't want to rate him. I won't give him no grade, right? The reason I won't do it, I want to be fair enough. He has done some good things, and also the government has some lapses, which they are working on. Okay. I believe they are putting mechanism to solve some of the lapses or solve some of the issues. They have done some good, right? Okay. Perfection does not belong to anybody. People err, people make mistakes, people do good things. So I believe he's going to put these mechanisms in place to ensure that they are done well.
From the way you speak, seems like you would throw your weight behind the CDC.
Thrown away?
She has been on CDC.
You would throw your weight, that's what I'm saying, behind the CDC again.
She has been a CDC.
She is an ingrained bona fide. I mean, it's just unfortunate that she has not made it on the CDC ticket.
In 2017, she was defeated in the primary.
You're not going to manipulate my mind. I'm an independent woman.
Oh, okay. All right. We understand that one. But at least we know a little thing. But let's go to the phone line 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. Honorable Sabat Joma is a representative candidate in District number 7. She wants to be the representative. She wants to unseat Solomon George, and she feels she doesn't have a contender here as far as she knows. The only difference between she and the representative CD is October 10, according to her.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's go to the lines and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
30 seconds. No time to waste.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Yimpa. I'm calling from Gary Street.
Quickly.
I want to say bravo to your studio guest for well-done job. You speak excellently, and everything you're saying with submission to it is true.
Okay. All right. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep.
Community operation.
Yep.
Good morning, the peace.
The peace.
The boss. You know, sometimes when we hear our radio sound to bring our knowledge to some extent, there will be at least I'm very happy today. How come the call all the state in the operation? But I call I'm very happy.
Okay.
Continue talking, man. I'm monitoring the peace.
All right. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
I'm Asa to be calling from District 7.
Let's hear you, ma'am.
If I'm in Najaro, you say I become an honorable film man. You say, because myself, the student for Himayata, because of the money, they say me a job.
everyday money. When you buy your own material, when you carry on a campus, when you the job you're supposed to do, when you finish, the other material, you will not carry home. You will leave it.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep.
Well, my name is Tim
Yep.
Well, I want to say, I got to honorable actually spoke about when I look at things, this is someone is, that America. So, can you do about that? What if the mentor of America is everywhere?
Okay.
So, what can you do about that?
All right. The woman already answered. The woman says she didn't get contender. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, you are live. Good morning. Okay, you can hold the line hostage, my man. We got plenty of people here. How many people calling? Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm younger from 7. Well, I was a lack of license. It should were in Shavima, but at least I confirm things that we my dad won't get money. That's why I think that we can be there. Every Saturday, I'm going to school and be worried. But the children can trust us.
You student there?
I'm student there.
All right. Morning. No. My ear too young. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to your studio guest. I'm a witness to what she spoke of relating to Sunday meeting. I was in a meeting, and then I've been in a school for 2 semesters. The previous semester I was in a school, I paid $100 for graduation fee, and then through advocacy for the past time, I was in a school this semester, I paid $2,000 Liberty for graduation fee. So I want to say thank you to Honorable Sabajoba for advocacy over the time. I pray she continues.
All right. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good morning. All right. The lines are jamming. Good morning. This one, too bad. Woo. Okay, this person right here. Good morning.
Yeah, for you, Mama. Who love you the best. You sending my 4 children to school for nothing. I try all your scholarship. We will be there for you, Mama. Who love you, God love you.
Okay. All right. Let's take this person. Morning.
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Manuel Poli, and I join you on this thing. Let me appreciate you for bringing that matter into the I feel so funny that when they use the material, they can force them to leave it. It's not true. In my time, don't whoever they get carry and you can, and people are doing my time will put by my time in that discretion.
All right. Thank you. Let's take another person. Good morning. Yeah.
I'm from there, but I'm joining from the township of West Point. Yeah, actually, we should not get people in studio misleading people information. I'm a graduate from the Maritime Foundation for Business School. And I learn computer. Graduation fee, I pay $1,000 level. They're going to carry that just graduate from the Maritime for Business School. My little brother graduate from the university, he paid $2,000 graduation. So we should not get people in studio misleading people information.
You can't understand too.
It's wrong.
All right. Let's take 2 more calls.
2,000.
Good morning.
They go on graduate. They say.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yep.
I'm Larry Quinn calling from Upper Carwell.
Quickly, Larry.
Yeah, I'm a commander of studio game. Just a woman, but she's submitted. She's been serving the district, and we believe the people of the district are serving, listening well. So I do Mama, the best candidate, and we believe that by the grace of God, she will take state power. Thank you.
Okay, one more person, and we'll call it a day. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This
Good morning. Hello. Let me squeeze this person in. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Jeff from West Point.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you good studio guest for that brilliant presentation. She said on the radio this is true about the district and the name Salah Juma is me. This time around we are all at the level of the national legislature comes 2024. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. We have to leave it at that because I mean it seems Sabah Joma attracts a lot, and because we resident in this district, maybe that's why it is. But you've listened to the colors.
The name Sabah Joma is like a magnet. It becomes a district. So
Solomon be you again.
No, he can't.
Okay.
He can't. Because we know what he depends on, and I hear people saying he beating his chest around. We are prepared, and we want to tell the National Election Commission that we are prepared because we know what they can do. We are prepared. I mean, when I say prepared, we are very, very prepared. Like the caller that called from West Point talking about he paid 2,000. You just said it. He was not listening, right? Don't just call because you support a person. We have to be fair to the people. And if you want to be elected, you want to be a leader, be somebody with integrity. Let the people trust you and let the people believe in you. It's not just about the school, right? But don't tell the people it's free, which is not free. A lot of parents cannot afford 5,000 to talk about you carry the fees to 7,000. Like that is wrong, right? We have helped a lot of people. I said I live in the district for more than 35 years. We have been helping beyond leadership. We have been helping beyond politics. And we'll continue to help because we see the need. We understand the district. We live here. We live in the market. We live in the slum community. I live in the slum community in PHP. So West Point problem is not different from PHP problem. We understand, and I schooled in the district. So I do understand all of the issues that the schools have in the district. I understand the communities. I understand the markets. We've been dealing with Waterside, the Nippo Street. If you go there, we build a warehouse for the people because we know that is a major issue in the market. People told their businesses to go home. Your market can be living in the same room. So we understand all of that. So we know the problems, and we are here to help the people to resolve it. Our presence in the race and that job we're looking for. We can get job anywhere, anytime. So this is not about job. It's about impartation. How can we impact the lives of people? We want to see people being empowered. We want to see their lives being changed. Look at the sanitation issue. You talking about you won't be representing or you're representing. What have you done? And I'm on record. I'm the only representative candidate from 1997 to today. No incumbent, no current representative has a project in the district in Team Sabah. We have touched lives. This is not about being boastful, but it's a fact. We do it not because we have the money, because we see the need. I have been there. I wore bus shoe to go to school in Jefferson. I used to hold my uniform, tune up, because that was the struggle. So somebody says when you're educated, educate those around you. We do not want to go there because one job. I can get a job, I can eat fried chicken in the dollar. You know that one. So this is not about eating chicken. It's about helping the livelihood of our people.
Okay.
Ensuring that our lives are improved. So I want to use this time, closing up.
Yeah, close up.
To tell the people that the district number has been assigned to us, number 7.
Oh,
the district
coincidence.
It's not coincidence. Don't use that word.
What? That destiny?
Destiny. Destiny delay is not denied.
Okay.
District number 7 will vote number 7 October 10. Vote number 7 Sabah Joma, the right owner of the district. The woman who understands the intricacy of politics. The woman who gonna speak for you at the Capitol building. The woman who gonna bring back your immunities that have been stolen. The woman who cares about you, who has empathy, who has been there, understands the issue. This is not about beauty. It's about who is willing to work with the people and who can better represent our district. October 6th, we're gonna be launching officially. There's a Somani in the district. district will be locked down.
Baku?
Because the owner of the district will be outside. So we want to use this medium to invite all of our supporters, even those that don't support us. I mean, we can see the victory because sooner or later you'll see a surprise. Maybe we'll invite you, right? To some of the press conferences so that you see what is happening.
Endorsement?
Too many endorsements.
Okay.
We have received it and you can see that the victory is here. So the caller I talk about, Mr. Dan. Everybody knows Mr. Dan doesn't live here. He's not the legitimate owner of the district.
Okay.
They do know us. The people know us. They know who we are, what we stand for, and what we will do for them when we are elected. Unfortunately, they now ask me what I'm going to do for my people when they're elected.
Oh,
But next time we'll come so you can ask.
okay. And we planning a debate with you and Emmanuel Dan. I hope you stand up to that.
Beat him flat.
Okay. All right. Okay, folks, thank you so much. Let's take this break and usher in our next set of guests. They are from the CDC. Avamo and his colleague, they'll be here to talk about the CDC planned program for September 7. And then we talk about the gains of the government and the progress they've made over the time. Let's take this short break and be right back.
Let's stop undermining one another. Put our interests last. Put Liberia first. Let's come together. Let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. We don't want a palaver. We don't want a halala. We don't want a palaver. We don't want a confusion. Let's come together. Let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. Teeth and tongue can fight, but they can still eat fish and cookies together. You from the other side, I from this side, we can still dance together. Let's come together. Let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. Yeah. It's time for us to show ya. Put aside the tribalism, put aside the criticism. Yeah. Let us work together and move the country forward. When mama and papa not happy, the dishes can be empty. When mama and papa ain't here, the children can be happy. Now what we want, now what we need, now why I pray for, now why we pray for. Let's come together, let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. Let's come together, let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. Live music, the elephant. It's narrow. Teeth and tongue can fight, but they can still eat fish and cookies together. You from the other side, I from this side, we can still dance together. Let's come together, let's in the peace. Liberia is all we have. Popole, la gloire mon Dieu, aïe ba The time we take to cause trouble, we should take that time to do something constructive in unity. Mama Liberia need us. Mama Liberia need us. Let's stop the two heads. It can benefit us when we pray for each other. We will succeed when we come together as one. We will succeed when you get on your knees to pray. Oh, Liberia there. When you get on your knees to pray, put Liberia first. Ataten in a kwa. Abba Mao Yambo, Baila Dua Jikpa. Let's stop undermining one another. Put our interests last. Put Liberia first. Let's come together. Letting the peace. Liberia is all we have. We don't want to palava. We don't want to halala. We don't.
Okay, welcome back to the Morning Breeze on ABC Radio 105.7, and today is Monday, the fourth day of September 2023, and we have two strong members of the National Youth League of the Congress for Democratic Change, by extension, the Coalition for Democratic Change. They in studio this morning, and very fine gentlemen, especially my man won't be pastor, or I know you now won't be pastor. Which won't be which? Abba, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Peter. It's a pleasure being here.
Jimmy, good morning. Your first time, right?
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. I'd like to say good morning to Fidel and good morning to our listening audience.
Okay. How is the Youth League?
Oh, the Youth League is fine. And we are doing
extremely well. Okay, he's off mic. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Abba.
Yeah.
Your honor.
The Youth League is fine, Fidel, and the chairman, our leader, Emmanuel Johnson, is leading us very well, especially in this campaign period. We're trying to make sure that we can give the president a second term and continue the work of the people of Liberia.
Okay, that's good. And recently you've been engaged with activities at the headquarters of the CDC. I mean, what gave rise to those activities?
Those activities are gearing toward the launch. You are aware that on the 7th, the CDC will be officially launching her campaign, even though campaign was declared open quite a while now, but you know, it is a protocol that you have to have
officially
launch. So what we've been doing are preliminary activities, mobilizing our people, stirring the fire as we get toward that launch, because we want to demonstrate what we said, that this election is a one-round victory. We want to have to bring outside 1.5 million people.
1.5?
Yes, 1.5 million people. Improve. You know, the president, thank you, Rade, we said 1 million persons. So if we coming now to say we're launching the campaign, the number has to increase than it was in the past. So we want to bring outside 1.5 million persons and tell the world that, as you can see, the elections have already been won. We are only campaigning and getting to work. We're just keeping our bases active to ensure that when we get to the polls on October 10th, we can win the elections.
Okay. And you think you are on the right path to doing that?
Certainly. You know, CDC, we don't joke. Look, our party, see how alive the party is every day and every night. Go in the communities, in the quarters, go to the towns, the villages, the hamlet. You will see our people with paraphernalia. You will hear our songs, and Liberia is alive because CDC is stirring the fire of all over across the country.
Okay, and there's this belief that CDC is doing more than she did in the past as a result of what they consider as the dismal performance of the administration. I know we'll go deep into what the government has done, but I mean, how do you quash that assertion?
That statement is false and misleading. I think we have a capacity to show more visibility than we could do in the past, because we are the government in in power. So it is just more about our capacity to extend our visibility, and not
as
rather
opposed
about
to
rather about doing more now than in the past. And if there is anything about more that we're doing, is because we have the capacity to do more. If we had the capacity in the past to do more, we would have done what we have done what we are doing now. And obviously, another reason why you have to see we extend our visibility is because we said we want to give this thing a one-round victory. So obviously, if you were to win elections in 2 rounds and you said you wanted to be done in 1 round, it means that what it would take you to campaign for 2 rounds, you have to double it and do it in 1 round. So this the wisdom behind all that we are doing is, number one, our capacity for visibility. Number two, because we set a very big target that we want to get this thing done in 1 round. We do want to go to 2nd round. We want to prove to the people of Liberia the CDC has done enormously well. So we want to try to reach out to the people and tell them what we have done, and the people will make the determination come October 10 to say, Mr. President, the CDC, we appreciate you for the work. We've heard the last from the elements of backwardness, the reactionary elements, but with the projects that you've done, the development that you've done, it affected us. Scholarship, making tertiary education free across the country, paying wide fees, your investment in agriculture, in housing, and in different strata of the economy, have convinced us that we can give you this 2nd round, because if you get there, Mr. President, you do more than you've done, and you will surpass all your predecessors. I think that is what the people of Liberia.
Okay, let me get to Jimmy. Jimmy, quickly.
Amara.
No, Amara. Okay, Jimmy, then okay. Amara, you are going to the people of Liberia, and obviously you have to go to them with a message. The government has been in power for over 5 years now, and you wanting re-election. What are those things you can point to as reasons why you think this government must be elected?
So I'd like to say thanks to Fido, and thanks to ABC family for affording me the opportunity. And, well, basically, this election has already been won, and we are just trying to validate and invalidation in terms of the developments the president has carried on across the country for the past 5 years. And you will agree with me the boycott and the Salif administration, the 12 years of governance, there are things they didn't do. And when you doing the comparative analysis to that, or what the president and the vice president have done for the past 5 years, he has surpassed the boycotts and early regime, ranging from the education, like my colleague said, for more in terms of education, the president has prioritized. It's the first time in the history of the country since 1847 to prioritize for all public institutions, not only in the University of Liberia. You know, specifically when someone is making analysis on this particular education, they always make mention about the University of Liberia. But we are here to make it very clear, all public institutions across the country, it's tuition free. And looking at public institutions, specifically University of Liberia, you understand that 40,000 plus students benefit annually from that particular. So just imagine if 40,000 students benefit annually from that free tuition payment, you understand that just multiply by 5 years of the governance of President Weah, you understand that millions of students under his administration have benefited as well. So in terms of electricity as well, the president had done extremely well in electricity under administration, and 100 plus thousands also across the country have been electrified through his administration, and there are more connection going on from household. He has done extremely well in terms of agriculture as well. The president investing a lot of money in the agricultural system of our country. Wasp placement, I remember back then, 2012, 2013, when I was in 12th grade, and my parents didn't have the opportunity, the financial strength to pay my wife fee at the time. So today, if you have I remember the president said when he was senator at that time, and there are a lot of students who went at his office advocating that senators by then to be able to pay their wise fee, the wife fee at that time. So he made a promise to them that when I'm being elected as president of the Republic of Liberia, I'm going to make sure wise fee become the priority of the government, because someone would say it's a free. No, in public policy or in economy, nothing is free. The little may understand it's free, no, but the total money will be paid by the national government. So that's a plus as well. So we want to say thanks to the president for that. In terms of role, the proper agenda for prosperity, one of the key things the president is stressing on is rural connectivity across the country. Because when you connect rural in Vondama, in Zozo, across rural Liberia, you understand that those people who reside in those places will be able to transport their goods into red light and be able to sell it faster than the by road. So you understand that the president has connected, or he has built more road than the 12-year of Manaseli. Although under the administration, they had a lot of investment into the country. Ome were investing like approximately $2 billion United States dollars in terms of remittances, that was also helping the boosting of the economy as well. So you understand that Ome is no longer in the country, but the president is doing extremely well. And right now, foreign direct investment is not actually coming to the country. So the president also increased our budget, to almost $1 billion a plus, especially raising from domestic revenue being generated. So we'd like to say thanks to RIARN, or Liberia Revenue Authority. They are doing extremely well. You understand? All of our revenues have been generated domestically.
Even though we still have problem with every fiscal year we have to do budget recast.
Yeah, of course, but you will not disagree with me that we have to congratulate the president by raising the budget up to $1 billion. That is the first time, almost $1 billion. That is the first time in the history of our country, right? You cannot compare our economy with that of Ghana. You will praise the finance minister D12 for resuscitating our economy. So I think that the president is doing extremely well. We are no longer going to the people on promises, but rather there are a lot of legacies, there are a lot of developments we are going to demonstrate, we are going to show to the people. And in order to vote His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, and we don't want to spend another 15 to $20 million on second round. So you can be assured, Fidel, this election going to be won on the first battle, on a one-round victory. It's very possible. I overheard some of the colleagues from the angle of the Unity Party and the Liberty Party say it's not possible. Probably they are not informed about econometric or mathematics. It's very possible. We are very aware that we have 20 political parties contesting for the presidency. We are very aware. But on the other hand, what the president has demonstrated over the past 5 years, you can be assured the Liberian people are very resolved, especially the first-time voters. They are resolved to vote His President, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah on the first ballot. You can be assured.
You think your message is resonating with?
Of course,
with the
we
people?
are. In political campaign, messaging is very key. We are very key. We are not going to the people by saying vote, or we are going to promise you, like the old man said, I don't know, 2 million jobs in 6 months. I don't know the possibility. Who were his policy analysts advising in terms of the metrics they use? And it baffles me a lot. But you can be assured that what we have accomplished over the past 5 years, we are explaining it to the people. We are not lying. We are not making promises. The only thing we are telling the people, you have to re-elect us so that we can continue on our development we started back in 2018. So we are resolved.
Okay,
you can be assured of that.
Now, about there are others who believe that we still have an appalling health system. The
8 hospitals.
Again, you continue to say 8 hospitals. Fidel asks you, where exactly
I'm
are you
calling
talking
those
about?
areas now. You say in the southeast, and I call some of the
And
areas.
you
there are
just
two
talked
hospitals
about,
to talk
you
about.
just talked about Grange there, almost completed. You
I
talked
said-
about River
I said
Cess,
Grange
almost
there.
completed.
And when I said the southeast, so consider all the counties in the southeast to be beneficiaries of the hospital.
All the counties.
Yes, all the counties.
Okay, so it's not that there are 8
in-
hospitals,
yes.
but there are 8 counties that will benefit from the existing
No,
hospital.
that's not what I'm saying.
What
I
are you
said
saying?
This government, in
Mhm.
addition to what we have built,
Mhm.
in addition to what we are doing with respect to
Health.
this other hospital that is
in Bapulu?
no, this one we've done.
14 military.
14 military is okay. I'm talking about this
Emirates,
redemption. We
yeah.
already we're making some intervention in redemption.
The new redemption.
Yes, we are the one handling that.
The
In
new
addition
redemption
to that,
started
there are
on
other 8
a former
medical
president, Ellen Johnson
facilities
Mhm.
that this government is contributing to its development
in
8
Liberia.
facility in Liberia.
Okay, so you now correct yourself a little bit to say in Liberia instead of the southeast.
And my emphasis was, like I said, my emphasis to the southeast was with respect to Eddie Fidel emphasizing the southeast as this area that many people say things have not been done. So I said 8 hospitals in addition to what we built. 8 hospitals are either close to completion or nearing completion, and the southeast has the fattest share.
Okay. Southeast.
So not only that,
Mhm.
you talk about health sector. Prior to this government, doctors were making $750 United States dollars as salary.
Mhm.
This government increased doctor salary to $2,500 United States dollars. 2,500. I think that's a plus. I mean, the motivation for doctors to work, because the government job for doctor was not encouraging. So doctors were leaving the government hospital and going to private hospitals because it was more encouraging.
Mhm.
But they will increase their allotment, their support, so that we can have more doctors being attracted to government hospitals. So because of what the president has done in terms of his support to doctors, we have seen more support coming. I mean, doctors are encouraged to work for government in government hospitals. Not only that, the government has done enormously well to give support to all government medical facilities across the country. You see, Fidel, it will be disingenuous for you to say you want to see all the hospitals as equipped as the hospitals in America within 5 years. That kind of wish is only inferior to you.
Mhm.
You only have that inferior to you. So what we've done is to increase our support to a degree, an appreciable degree. So if you can give us another term, if the people can give us another term, we will increase the measure to which we have done it. But if you compare what we've done to what our predecessors have done,
Mhm.
you will realize that our percentage is far higher than what they've done. So that is why when we were seeking elections initially, we said, give us an election, you change the system and put us there, we will give you vote.
We will
Now-
connect all county capitals in 6 years.
We said we will connect all county
Capitals.
Was that what we said?
Didn't you
Are
hear
you
what you
really
said?
putting all word for word?
You asking me?
No.
I said it already.
We said if you give CDC power,
Mhm.
we will connect all county capitals.
Yes.
So it
we
means
very specifically say.
hello.
So
Let me
let me
clarify
make
this
an
thing.
addition.
Let me clarify this thing. Do you know that the president initially, through the project that was being fought, because some said it was not within the Bretton Woods financial system, so
Mhm.
because of that it was wrong.
How many years did we elect
understand the
President
People Man
Weah for?
project? People said because it was not it was some global politics that they were trying to play.
No,
for
you did
people-
not. I
for
mean, the
people-
company did
I'm
not have the
coming.
capacity.
No,
That's the
people
biggest
were
thing.
trying to play on that because they said it was not within the Bretton Woods system, financial system, and there's a lot of international politics around
Of course.
getting funding internationally.
Like the
If
IMF.
you try to
and,
go
you know,
across you might have money other places, but if you don't go through certain of these global powers, they tend to see you are open
Though the lot of money they received, they did not carry a lot of infrastructure development across the country, specifically in terms of rural connectivity, whether urban community rural or rural community rural. On this
administration, we have managed to raise a lot of revenue domestically, almost billions dollars. And all of the infrastructure development we are carrying across the country, they are all being done from taxpayer money. Now foreign direct
some projects were already, were funded by the previous administration. I mean, they negotiated funding for some of the projects.
Of course, most of those projects weren't completed.
I do agree. Government is continuity.
Of course, some of them. And Albert talked about urban community roads. The government has paid almost more than 200 kilometers of urban community roads. It's good. Old road, the nearby
rehab,
over 200, 300. So we have to kill this particular government. We have to kill this particular government. There are a lot of things the government has done.
A key issue, which and I heard all of you talk about capacity, and many Liberians believe, or say those from the opposition believe, that if you are utilized out of what you were getting from our
domestic revenue, if that had not gone through wrong hands, corruption, so to speak, you have achieved a lot more than what you have achieved now. The fight against corruption.
You see, Fidel, if this government was corrupt as those opposition elements are saying.
What do you think?
You
think the government is not corrupt?
There will be people that will be doing some corruption at some levels, but the government as an institution is not corrupt. And yes, my point. If the government was corrupt, if the government wouldn't have been the only country, the government wouldn't have been able to finance free tuition across the country, for example, free primary.
Speaking to the mic.
The government, if the government was very corrupt, as they want to term the government, that means we wouldn't have resources to pay for the cost of making tuition free at all tertiary university. You're talking about more than 10 schools, 10 schools, 2 semesters per year. Besides UL, all other universities were more expensive. They were expensive than UL.
Of course, public institutions.
So Tubman University, you were paying about $5 per credit. So a student was paying close to $300, $400 per semester in 2 years. So he had to pay about $600 or $650 in 2 years. In 1 year, I mean. So assuming 500 or 1,000 students, the government is going to pay for your 600
times that number of students.
And it's happening to Grand Jita, it's happening in Maryland, it's happening in Grand Bassa, it's happening in Lofa Community College, it's happening in Bomi Community College, it's happening in Nimba, it's happening all over. So you need to begin to see where the fundings have been shifted. And everybody used to say education is the key to success. So the president said, okay, I will give you the key to success and make it free for you. I mean, at my cost. So if you say there was much to be done, have you seen where we placed the money? It wasn't there before. We're talking about millions.
So that is what you have on hand. That is what you're
been
using.
able to do with the money that they say has been stolen is that we place it to places that they close their eyes on. They don't want to appreciate the fact that we place the money to the area of education. So if you thought maybe 30 million was missing, no, the 30 million went to education, for instance. If you say this other million, we place it to housing. The only government that has built housing across the country. I mean, President Tobo built housing, but all was built in Monsuado County. So you see how we have been able to reach
President, we have decentralized
it. We built 1,000 plus units and we carry them to all the counties. I mean, I went to 10 counties recently during the CDC primary senatorial representative primary process. I went to 10 counties. I passed through 10 counties and I could see housing units in villages, Amara. I saw poor people in these housing units.
Like which country are you talking about?
Which country? Which counties? I saw them in. I saw them.
Riverside. If you go in Riverside,
I passed through them. I went Riverside. I went Grand Cru. I went Sando. I went Maryland. Then I came to River G.
Built by this government.
The government has a own
built by
project
this
there,
government.
Yeah, I do know that.
The government has a project there. So I saw them in villages. I saw them in villages.
And you think
So-
the people
so-
in those villages
so-
appreciate
So
those
those who are
projects?
saying, of course, you didn't have it. You have thatch on your house, you have mud house and thatch, and you got house, concrete house with zinc and proper doors, proper windows. I mean, good rooms. You didn't have it before. So when you close your eyes to the real development, then you will say the government is stealing the money.
You want to talk
But
about corruption?
The money is going. The money that they are saying is being corrupted by this government. I'm trying to show you the sources where those money are being spent. I mean, we increase educational support. So if you ever had the slightest man at 30 million was missing somehow, we were stealing 30 million. I'm showing you where the 30 million has gone. It went to education. If you thought as an X amount of money was missing and blah blah blah, we stole it. I'm telling you that to build 1,000 housing unit across the country is not beans. I mean, it's not chicken cheese you use.
Now, Amara,
you use
yeah,
plenty money.
let's make some progress.
Let's talk about
let's make
corruption.
progress.
Fidel, I want to talk.
I
about,
want you sound like an economist.
Yeah,
by
I want
the
to
way.
talk about corruption.
I mean, I've
Let's talk
spoken a
about-
bit about that. We don't have time. I want us to go to the bread and butter issue, which seems to be one of the reasons why. Yeah,
I just want to
you
talk
slept
about-
near it small. I'll leave few seconds.
Okay.
But let's talk about the bread and butter issue, which is the major problem that a lot of folks in opposition, I mean, no position, that is what they are holding this government to. We're buying copper rare, now it gone up. All the commodities you can think about, their prices gone up. How do you defend that? How do you say that to a group of people who are aware of these practices and think that the government has not done much in ensuring that they are?
So, Fidel,
yeah.
Before I come to that, I want to talk a little bit about corruption.
Mhm.
So the first thing we need to identify on the Manastiri administration, we had 68,000 people were on Silver 7 payroll, and this administration we have 70,000, maximum 70,000. On our Manastiri administration, they increased the wage bill from 100 million to 250 million. 80% of that money were going to recurrent expenditure, paying salary, employee compensation, what have you. On that administration, where Vice President Joseph Boakai served as Vice President, they used to pay government officials 10,000 United States dollars, 8,000 United States dollars. Lawmakers were taking 15,000 United States dollars. You have two drivers doing the same work, but another driver making 700 US, the other driver making 1,500 US. They were making a lot of salary from the Liberian people money and money that were being sent to this particular country. Doing a comparative analysis with the administration and the salary they were making, the government official, and the inflow of cash that were coming to this particular country to that of the Jowiya administration, tell me the infrastructure development in terms of 5-year analysis. You cannot compare it. So if you're rating corruption from that particular angle, I will tell you the Manastiri regime was very corrupt. Don't get me wrong. There is no country in the world that is not corrupt. There is no country into the world. The best thing you need to do, you minimize it to the highest zenith in order to prioritize development.
And you think the government has done that?
Of course. I just gave you comparative analysis.
Okay, let's go to the bread and butter
Of
issue
course.
now. The
In
real
terms
issue now
of-
that you have to
in
convince
terms
the
of
people.
rice.
Hungry men now.
In terms of rice, let me just tell you something, right? We are operating in a free economy, open economy. The government regulate prices. The business people sometimes
Theoretically, open economy.
I think you do me justice by giving me the
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
The time
You have it.
you're talking about rice, so we need to understand the economy first before we come to the rice. How the economy works, we come to the commerce ministry. How the
That man see you explain that thing though.
of course, or the RPD as well.
One Oman who
No, the Oman
who don't know
understand.
ABC.
No, the Oman understand. The Oman understand the
So
first
we
thing.
got
the
the money
thing
of
concern with
Shami,
them, right?
he explained to us.
You know, like this economy was already polluted when we came into power. We try our best to make our economy to be very stable. We understand that rice is a stable food in Liberia. When you have more rice with less price, you understand that consumer will go for it more. The Liberian people than the folk over there, the Oman in the slum community. But Fidel, how much for rent? How much for burger right now?
Tell me.
No, you tell me how much for burger.
I
You're talking about the price
I
of
buying
You
burger
buy
rice.
The Oma in Western community, the Oma in Vatan community, Do community in Cloud and all that thing, they can afford right now. There came a time where rice price went to $19. Rice price went to $19. What the government smartly did, the importers, those people who can import right into the country, the government had a meeting with them, and the dialogue, they came to a conclusion. Quote unquote, they came to a conclusion to see how best to make price stable so that consumer can be able to, the people in the slum community can be able to afford. Right? Feeder can be able to afford even when you go out to
providing
$20,
subsidies.
Of course. The government provided subsidy to those people. And also given a privilege in terms of the importation as well. You understand that rice price was very stable. How much for rice? For $19. You can buy right now $14, $15, $15.
How much were buying it before and how much you're buying it now?
So
That's the problem there.
No, but you have to get something straight now. The question that was asked by Fidel in terms of we are discussing the current dispensation, the current economy right now, on the personnel we are reading. That's the economy we are currently discussing. Where you are buying rev for $15 maximum currently. So you agree with me, the Oma in Douala, the Oma in West Point, other places, other slum communities, they can afford right now. We are no longer discussing right because we have solved the issue of rice.
Okay.
We have enough rice in the country right now.
Okay.
We are not discussing the issue of rice. We are discussing building hospital and other things right now. Those are things we are actually discussing currently.
In addition to this, you have to understand is that the government is not responsible for why rice price is increasing around the world. Rice price 10 years ago, anywhere around the world, is not the same thing.
Global market issues.
So we can change global factors. But what the government did, for you to understand, it is pro-poor. But because since given the citizens' income level, I mean, we are generally not very rich. So I don't like to say poor. I don't want to use negative term on our people. Not very rich. So what the government did for several years until the Ukraine crisis, we were funding the rice. That is, the government was funding the extra cost
subsidies
on the so that we can have a stability in the price, even though that was not the price even within the region. So we were lower than than the sub-regions. So I'm trying to share you where some of the corrupt money people talk about went to. We subsidize.
And one thing I learned from Fidel,
Vice President
Fidel always say, the person you explain the thing to, that the Oman one will ring for him, on the ring for you.
Fidel, you have to understand this. The press has to help us because you know the truth. You have to you have to understand that realistically, the solution to rice problem is to increase domestic production.
Of course,
it is not when you are still
importing,
dependent on importation. Shift in global prices
will obviously affect you.
That is why the only solution, temporary solution in that case, is subsidy, which we did until the Ukraine crisis came, and you saw it was the importers that began to hide their rice and began to battle with the government,
creating artificial shortage.
So
of course,
we had to go and bargain again and come to some agreement. And what is available now is actually within is a result of even our bargains, and it is reflective of the prices of rice in other countries and the change in the global rice price across the world. It is not something that we have not. It's stealing. We put taxes on the importers so that they can increase the price of rice. That has never been the government.
And Brother Mo, we should thank this particular government. Are you aware, Fidel, in Kenya, they are buying rice they are buying rice for $30 US.
Even though it's not a staple.
Are you aware that in Rwanda, although it's part of their staple food right now, they are buying rice for $30 to $35 US? Are you aware? Are you aware the price of rice in Liberia is not the price of rice in Sierra Leone and Guinea? Are you aware, Fidel? You need to make your research. You need to do comparative analysis. This government has tried tremendously in terms of maintaining the price, the stability of rice in this particular country.
So, Fidel, with respect to the primary solution, I was trying to tell you that this government, you know that we were the one that put a rice mill in Lofa. We have another one in Grand Crew. We have increased local rice production. Check on our local markets. There are more local.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of those.
Yes, so there are more locally produced rice now than we've ever experienced. The only person that tried to do that, and he was still was trouble when he tried to put some
so you're scared
economic
to do
measures on the production of on foreign importation, so that we can increase domestic we can increase domestic production for food security and to have some price
stability
and what have you.
Okay.
It was trouble that made that intervention, but now we have increased local production to a measure.
All right.
We could in the next year we could increase it to probably 30%, and it will be something that will be very worthy and very encouraging for this government. That is what we have, a president who has shown the way that this government is serious on solving the bread and butter issue, because he comes from the masses of the people. I mean, we are not different from the people.
Okay, let's talk about the September 7 program quickly. With all of what you've outlined, the development initiatives of the president, the interventions he has made, from different perspectives. Now you are gathering your people on September 7. Let's look at the entire makeup of the program briefly.
So, I would like to say that it is the best rally of all rallies in the history of the Coalition for Democratic Change. Like last night, and we had a section last night where thousands of citizens, they gathered at the headquarters of the CDC. We have the national chairperson, the secretary general, and we have all our national governing council members. And I remember the chairperson was very clear. September 7 is hereby declared as a national holiday for all citizens across the country. So you agree with me, Fidel, when Fidel works at ABC, you can be assured Fidel will have to, tactically, if Fidel is not citizen, you just have to relax, not to come to work. But every other thing has been put into place to gather our people. Like I was said, the one time it was 1 million man march, but for me, I would say it's a 1.5 or 2 million man march. We are going to assemble 2 million human beings at the Anthony Tottenham Stadium on September 7. And our party, the non-collaborating political parties, they have put every mechanism into place to secure that place and to make sure our partisans being well verified, to be well.
I heard the chairman say everybody will get t-shirt, everybody will get buried.
There will be no sedition that will complain.
1.5 million person?
Yeah.
No, you can be assured there will be no sedition who's going to complain about I don't have shirt, I don't have buried. Everything has been procured right now. Our people will come in their normals. They are not coming out normal like the corporate office on Broad Street. The corporate office on Broad Street, you know.
No,
I don't know. I'm not going to call about the corporate office on Broad Street. Without going to add them. Our people are going to provide safety for them. Our people, they are going to come. They're going to thank the president for the past 5 years. He has demonstrated leadership in the country. For the past 5 years, he has positively effectuated change in their life in terms of social status. They are going to come out to make sure the international communities be aware that these elections going to be won on the first ballot.
So are these people coming from other counties or on the month?
Of course. We are talking about CDC Day. September 7 is a launch day, the national campaign launch of our party. We are already in the last month of the campaign process, right? So citizens from all across the 15 political subdivisions of our country are going to assemble here in Liberia, in Monrovia, ATS. We'll lock ATS down. We're going to lock the Congo Town Bell. All streets in Monrovia are going to be locked down. In fact, those places are going to be locked down, and we'll even tell citizens to assemble at the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change.
Friday, right?
So you can be assured of that, and the program is going to be okay, and I believe that you're going to be there and also cover the program. Be assured, it's going to be a human tsunami. You can be assured because we toss the operational power of the chairperson, Dr. Modbake Molu Jr. and the Secretary General, Gelson Tamakoto. We trust these leaders. They are, over the past weeks, the chairperson have been
working.
They've been working. You can thank God you've been following.
No, I'm following.
Yeah, in subsequent time, I believe that FIDA going to.
7 will be on top.
And Dr. Latin, you want to?
No, in subsequent time. No, I'm not going to say FIDA is a sedition. So in subsequent time, we'll compare no anyway.
Peter, you man reading? You man reading? You were not able to say that.
Yeah, of course.
You see, Fidel.
My man Fidel friend.
Monrovia is not even big to host the co-location of all seditions from across the country. I mean, when I say all, I mean everybody who identifies as a sedition. We do not have the capacity in Monrovia to host the co-location of all these people.
Sure.
So that is why we say we just bring around 1.5 to 2 million. Yes, and the reason is very important.
But ATS can take that kind of human being.
ATS is just a place for the leaders.
Of course.
We want to seize the city.
Everywhere.
Every corner.
Yeah, every corner.
Thursday, yeah.
Just look at it, Thursday.
Yes, the reason.
A serious work.
So you better stay home.
We have made a very loud statement that we want one round victory. There are others on the outside who say
they also want they're going one round
back. No, there are others who are saying that statement is a statement of rigging elections. So this day, Thursday,
the United Party boys who always thinking about corruption.
We want to convince you that when we say we will get this, we'll show you the numbers before the ballots. So if we can seize the entire city, I mean, it becomes if you try to do your own and you are 90%
drift of what you
90% short of what I did. You know now. You can decide. You can determine within that time that but the elections have been won by the CDC. We want to convince you before going to the election. Election was rigged. You know there will be those who will try to say it, but the numbers that we will pull out on the launch and the closing, because after the launch there's also the closing.
Yes, sure.
Will prove that these elections we mean what we say is one round victory.
Okay, Fidel, before you proceed, let me just Fidel, let me I'm coming before you start to pick up. So let me just give you a brief history about the one round victory. You remember a few months back, the national chairperson of the Youth League of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Dr. Agostinho Neto Emmanuel Morba Johnson, assembled thousands of partisans in West Point District number 7. He was the first person. He was the first partisan who announced the first round victory that the party is going to win on the first round victory. When he made that particular announcement, it became a policy statement where everyone now across the country, that's why I would say the brothers from the corporate office on Broad Street, they are very good at copy and paste. So right now, hearing from them now, the Lego morally now, one round victory. No, they are learning. Those people, they are all students.
So everyone
they are all
the same thing.
No, listen. We have let me make something. We have the capacity to demonstrate the one round victory before the one round victory is. So we have the capacity. Those people don't have the capacity. That gets something straight. And the one round victory can be a thief. It can be a thief. It happened in Sierra Leone. Mother Bio achieved that. Of course, it can be achieved yet.
Nigeria
also achieved that democratically, not the other way around, like the brothers on the other angle. So we are going to.
The Nigerian leader was coming from opposition.
No, listen, opposition don't even have the capacity.
The first thing,
no.
Because the president party.
Yeah, he supported that. So
and the city vice president contested though.
The vice president was a shadow of the president. If the president is supporting his candidate,
so our chairperson Emmanuel Morba Johnson made that particular announcement and began a policy statement. So right now, everyone now.
All seditions have exited towards the one round victory.
Of course, so I want to say thanks to the compass of the young people, the most powerful young man in the Republic of Liberia, and Dr. Agostinho Neto. Want to say thanks for that policy statement.
Okay, let's go to the phone line 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 0777 105 100. Let's hear from you. We'll take 5 calls and call it a day here. Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Anita, go ahead.
What I want to tell the people, you're still girls, let me start fooling us. Let me start fooling us. Let me start fooling us.
What do you mean, man?
Because they're lying too much to us.
How now?
Because they still want all the feeling as still they know they tell you like people in fact.
No free school.
They know how we struggling.
No free school.
On 2005. But say for 2005 there was a party. I go one at 2011. You come on 7. I think they hear me how talking. And last time we had in that time my 4 children were in school. But now, so even 5 years now, I get a photo about one paper, right? So then they say that everything is okay.
All right.
Everything is okay on that side.
All right. Thank you, man. 5 years, you buy back already. I want that insincerity. Good morning. Yeah. No. But how you will tell me 1 year, 5 years, you're not able to buy back already?
My brother, people who get children, you go buy rent, everything out for cup. When you get children to put money down to buy back a rent. You buy 6 cup of rent per day, 70 dollars check it. How you live when you need to buy some car? So one thing that there is a bureau when people see your favor, you laugh. When you go and give you, you happy.
All right.
The brother in there, I think y'all need to rent y'all need to just take the people for him together because if you put 1.5 people and if you keep the special balance and then now they resolve the election, it'll be over now.
All right. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, we lost that person. 0777 105 100 05 105 100. Yeah, I mean, apparently the guy who called, he did not understand.
Yeah, he understand it.
You know what, well, $14,
Yeah.
you couldn't buy rice.
No. But if you be keeping $10 liberty every day, $5 liberty every day, say you number,
don't take it too
yeah. The government cannot empower everyone at the same time. The responsibility of the government is to have your social life, the social well-being of the citizens should be cared to, and the government has been doing it. Everyone can get job in the government at the same time.
All right, let's squeeze this question in and close it up right here on the program. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Bernard.
The other call coming in is
Sorry, we have to close it up there. Sorry. We need to change these phones. Anthony, kindly remind me today. Guys, here we are. Your words are out there to the public. You have to get in the communities, galvanize your people if you want that 1.5 to show up, because that will be a message. Because if you do not achieve that target, then obviously
it means that your one round
victory.
So Fidel, what I was saying earlier is that we are going to knock on every door.
Okay.
The thing is that we're just going to tell you the truth. If you ever heard a lie that this was if you had a misconception about how the rest issue was, we're going to tell you how we succeed that rest for this number of years and why it increased to this. But even what it has increased to was even a bargain, because it would have been more than this, but it was because of government intervention. So probably where there have been lies amongst the undecided, because citizens already know, for us, we already understand, our people already understand. But in elections, you actually campaign to undecided voters. So there's a tendency of giving lies to them. So we're just going to tell them the truth. That's the reason why we're knocking on every door. People say, why we campaign? They know we just want to, because lie has a tendency to dissuade minds.
Sure.
So we will do everything to reach out to every household in our door-to-door campaign.
Okay, my business manager already sent me a message, so we have to wrap up quickly.
So we want to say thanks to our listening audience, thanks to you, Fidel, and the Liberian people, specifically the first-time voters. And they are resolved to vote His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah and Vice President Joao Howard Taylor comes October 10, 2023 on the first round victory. We are very clear, we are resolved. And September 7 is the national launch of the Coalition for Democratic Change. We are urging all citizens from every walk of life to please turn up. Thank you ever so much. My name is Amaran B. Connor.
Okay.
Thank you, Fidel, for the privilege. September 7 is a demonstration of October 10. We're going to show that
Prelude.
elections, yes, it's a theater like you pre-watching the movie, you're going to see what will be done on the main day, and we can assure you that the people that